Hi everyone, welcome to the Pinkwood show by ADPR Productions. And before I introduce our guest to you, let me play the audio video of the show for you. We share the screen. Here it is. Sound. Yes, everything is intact. Okay. Pinkwood show, PBS. Woohoo! That was the A before TPS. And now it's time to introduce the guest of today. This very handsome person has ruled the hearts of millions of women nationally and internationally. He has made a debut with a period drama, and since then there has been no looking back. He has established himself as a hero and a villain. He is loved, although villain is loved amongst all his fans, by all his fans. Okay, so let me not waste much of the time and let me share this audio video with you again. All right.
चंद्रकांता की कहानी ये माना है पुरानी, ये पुरानी होकर भी बड़ी लगती है सुहानी। नौगढ़ विजयगढ़ में थी तकरार, नौगढ़ का था जो राजकुमार चंद्रकांता से करता था प्यार, चंद्रकांता से करता था प्यार।
That's what she wrote.
बाहों में आ मेरे सनम, शर्मा का घर मिला। चलो
माँ साहब, माँ साहब एक मिनट, आप इनकी साइकिल ले जाइए, मैं इनको अपनी गाड़ी में छोड़ दूंगा। चलिए मैडम, चलिए। अरे चलिए ना,
मेरा हाथ छोड़िए।
हाथ छोड़ने के लिए थोड़ी पकड़ा है। चलिए।
संजय बाबू, आप क्यों जबरदस्ती कर रहे हैं? छोड़ दीजिए ना इनका हाथ।
अच्छा अबे ओ बिल्लू, अगर हमने इस कन्या का हाथ नहीं छोड़ा तो माँ साहब को बहुत गुस्सा आ जाएगा और वो हमें धक्का दे देंगे।
मैं आपको बंदी बनाने नहीं आया हूं श्रीमान। आपने खुद अपने आप को ऐसी जंजीरों में जकड़ रखा है जो आपको दिखाई नहीं देती। मैं उन जंजीरों को तोड़ने आया हूं।
माधवगढ़ पर कब्जा करेंगे, भगाकर नहीं होए प्रावा, रबती सौ कट कट के
Mikunda.
क्योंकि 4,500 पिंडारियों की मौत का बदला उस पैर दे टके राजा और उसकी एक एक फिरंगी साथी नु कट के ही पूरा होगा। रे भैया जी, ले जा अपना छर्रा को, नहीं तो तेरा इतना छीछड़ा करेंगे कि ना खाल रहेगा ना शरीर, समझा?
गद्दार हैं आप, इसलिए इफ्तिकार साहब आप पर कभी भरोसा नहीं करते थे। उनकी मौत में आप ही का हाथ होगा।
तुम जनरल इफ्तिखार को कैसे जानती हो? कभी नाव गाड़ी पर, कभी गाड़ी नाव पर।
With Saf and
ब्लूबर्ड
Karina.
क्या है? मुझसे सवाल पूछना है, किसने किसको पकड़ा? कल दिल्ली में एक बहुत बड़ा धमाका होने वाला है। अफसोस तुम देख नहीं पाओगे।
Woo, that is
टीम की जिम्मेदारी
massive.
सबसे ऊपर है।
Okay,
ये बात क्या भूल गए आप? आपकी लापरवाही की वजह से हमें यह एहसास हो रहा है कि न हम एक अच्छे बाप हैं और न ही एक अच्छे बादशाह।
All right. Yahoo! So I'm sure we all know who is the guest for today. It is none other than Shahbaz Khan. Hi Shahbaz, welcome to the show. My first question to you is, how did you begin this journey of films?
And I really worked hard. I really worked very hard for it. I used to record my dialogues, and because that when you're new and when you want to prove something, you know, and my directors, I thank my directors, especially Akbar Khan and then Sanjay Khan. They've been very, very kind and gentle with me because they made so many films. And उन लोगों ने मेरी बहुत मदद की because it was a very taxing role. Physically also, you know, you got to do a lot of riding, you got to do a lot of sword fencing and long dialogues. I remember I have done a 9-minute scene continuously in one take, 9 minutes, because Akbar Khan used to believe in single shots. So you really needed to prepare for that. And I did work very hard for that. And I got success by 91. The moment Tipu Sultan started, I started getting calls from, you know, all the big producers and directors, Manmohan Desai, and everybody started calling me. And, you know, everybody wanted to know who this new actor is. So it's been a roller coaster. Then my movie, I selected the wrong movie. My first film was not good. In fact, my mentor, Sanjay Khan, he did not want me to do that movie. He had stopped
Okay,
me
Shahbaz, before we move on to movies, I have to ask you, like, you are the son of a legend, Padma Bhushan Ustad Amir Khan Sahab. And
Yeah.
he's the doyen of Indian classical music. And he's the founder of Indore Gharana. So, you know, you know, the popularity, fame, and not just that, the kind of name and reputation he had established. You know, how did that impact you and affect you?
See, Anushri, the thing is, my father, he met with a car accident and he expired when I was really young. I was 7-year-old, and I did not know what had happened to my dad, and I was the only child. My mother was shattered, you know, and you know, so after that, my mother, you know, she kept me away from the music world because of her personal whatever she had gone through, and she had seen my father, you know, struggle and then reach the top, and every artist has certain kind of frustrations. So every kind of artist, be it a painter or a singer or everyone. Nobody is like, it's not a 9 to 5. So my father was brilliant. He was brilliant. Had no he had no guru. He learned from his father, Ustad Shamir Khan, who was the court musician in the courts of Mullah Rao Holkar. And he learned from him because we are from Indore. And then he was a self-taught musician. And his contribution to music, Indian music, is immense. If you go to his Wikipedia or you read about him, then you get to know that his contribution has been immense. But coming back to me, I was very young, and then we had some complications, property and all that, complications in my mother. She got very scared because after my father's death, she was broken, and I being the only child, she brought me up with great difficulty. We had financial crisis, and we had and you won't believe it that in my school days I have changed 14 schools. 14 schools I have changed. I used to be in one. She used to keep me in one school for 1 year, and then so now I had not a very good childhood. Ideal, like they say, I did not have a very ideal childhood because I lost my father very young. So after that, when I did then we shifted to this place called Nagpur, and I went to college. I was not so interested in studies because being an artist's son, I think I was more inclined towards some art and all that. And I won a couple of competitions too, where I sung Mehdi Hassan Sahab and all that. So after that, when I reached I was 18, 19-year-old, then I worked in a hotel. I wanted to do hotel management, and I was working in that hotel as a front office manager, receptionist, whatever you may call it. Then after that, my friend, this is a very interesting story how I landed in Bombay. There was this friend of mine called, his name is Nawab. He's my childhood friend. He wanted to be an actor. He had the entire support of his family, and he had come to Bombay first. When he came to Bombay, he saw everything here, how things were going. This is about 89. So he wrote a letter to me, and he called me to Bombay. I came on his behest. And can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, so I came at his behest, and then when we came here, started struggling, I was very shy, extremely shy, very thin. I was so thin. I wish I could be that thin now, because when I was thin, people used to say, "You're so thin, yeah, you're so thin." And I used to pray to God, "Okay, become strong. I'm well built." Now people say that you must become thin. So this is the irony of life. So then eventually I met Akbar Khan, and I got selected in doing Tipu Sultan. Then when I did Tipu Sultan, then I suddenly shot to fame. Then did my first film, which was wrong. I should not have done it. My mentor, Sanjay Khan, wanted to launch me. He had told me that I'm going to launch you, Shahbaz. Don't take any film. That the film you're doing with B. Subhash, it's not good. But I was young, and I wanted to do something. sometimes I wish at that point I had listened to him, and I would have held back and not done that film. My career would have been shaped up differently. But then these are the choices in life which everybody makes, hits and misses, like they say. And one should not regret. I do not regret anything. I stand by my choices. Whatever I am today is because of the choices I've made in my life, you know. And uh, uh, then after that film, then a couple of more films. There was this film called Kaise Kaise Rishte with Aisha.
So, but we are so much interested in knowing that you've been a favorite amongst the period drama makers. And I mean, we can see you from the beginning, it was Tipu Sultan, then Chandrakanta, Great Maratha, Akbar. As Akbar, you were portrayed. I mean, so many, and you have fit in every role. How did you manage that? And what about your love with history?
I've always been a history buff. I always, firstly, with the thing which helped me the most was my language. My Zaban was very clear. And all thanks to my mother. Today is Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to everybody.
Oh, happy
And
Mother's
respect your
Day.
mothers. And, and you guys are lucky if you Happy Mother's Day to you. My mother, she was very good with Urdu language. She was a poet herself, like a shair, like they say. She used to write shairi, and because of that, I developed this flair for language, Urdu language especially. So if you speak, once you speak Urdu, you can speak Hindi very well, you can speak English very well. Even if you uh, learn any language, even if you learn French, I'm sure if I learn French, I can speak French very well with the proper, what I mean to say is with proper pronunciations and everything. So that language thing helped me a lot. And I had this tonal quality because of my father. I had
Mhm.
this deep tonal quality which people and who are like well built and they have a good uh, command over language and their tonal quality is good. Very good horse rider. I could ride for hours together. So
Wow.
these are the things. Yeah, these are the things because in Chandrakanta I was riding all the way through. Then Great Maratha, I was riding. Tipu Sultan, I was riding. Most of the historical shows I've been riding so much. So, at one point you should buy a horse and roam around
Okay.
on a horse. So, yeah, so this is the reason I got selected for my historical roles. When I was doing uh, after Hyder Ali, Chandrakanta, I wanted to do film. I wanted to do films. I wanted to do cinema, like big screen and all that.
Mhm.
But this offer came to me of a romantic king, a romantic prince who comes on a white horse, who is in love with a princess, and it
and
sounds
and and
it,
I'll
it
let me
sounds
tell
very
you, you were actually, you had become a prince of dreams, for all the women out there. I could see the craze. Chandrakanta aane wala hai, chalo, and all the women, all the girls, they used to run for Chandrakanta. My mom also, she used to get up so early, and matlab Sunday hai and she's a working woman. संडे को भी मतलब उनको उठ जाना है कि मुझे सारा काम करके चंद्रकांता देखने के लिए बैठना है. That kind of craze, you were a rage that time. Do you realize that?
Yeah, thank you so much. I mean, that, yes, Chandrakanta was very popular. And as a romantic king, and I felt as an actor also it helped me because I was doing one intense role in Tipu Sultan, and then in Chandrakanta I was doing this romantic role, and then after that in the Great Maratha, I've done historical, so many historical, but all my roles have been different from one another.
That's
When
right.
I was
That's
doing
right.
Akbar, uh, yeah, when I was doing Akbar in the Salim Anand Ali Dastan Akbar, that in there I was a father who who was a you know who wanted the best for his son. So all my roles have been different. But then when I didn't, then I migrated to doing villain roles. And when I started doing negative roles, like in Ziddi, Arjun Pandit, and lots of films with Sunny Deol, I have done about 7 or 8 films with Sunny Deol, and most of the films have been successful. And people started accepting me in that negative mode because the concept of hero had also changed by that time. People
Yeah,
did not want
right.
action. People wanted more
But
romantic
you
and
know, even then, I must say that we really loved you in the role of the protagonist, the hero, and I don't know how you could easily pull off the roles. I mean, from yes, I mean that's a quality of a good actor, of course. And from such negative roles to positive, positive to negative, and there was a time when probably you were playing both the roles together. So how
yeah,
did you
yeah.
change your gears so quickly? How did you prepare for those different roles?
Well, in those times, let me tell you, I came in the 90s. 90s was not a very good time for actors. I'm not saying that everybody was bad. There were good and bad movie products, and then there was mediocrity also. So, because there were people like Amir Khan and Salman and Shah Rukh, who also came in the 90s, they gave immensely popular films. So, what I'm saying is, those times, uh, you know, preparation for a role, and that was not very popular. People did not use actors did not use to prepare for roles and all that. They just used to make up uh, and trust their directors. And if they are lucky, if they have good directors, then their performance would stand out. And if the directors are bad, so 90s was more dominated by directors. So in the night, then starting 2000, after 2000, after this century, people started taking notice for actors. So actors started preparing, and the people wanted theater actors. And now, when you come to see, there are very few directors who are popular. Otherwise, actors have taken the front seat. So it is an actor, like it would be an Irfan Khan, or like it would be a Manoj Bajpayee, film. So you sometimes don't even know the name of the directors. There are so many the new crop which came up, the new crop of directors. They uh, all wanted good performances. So my time when I was coming, so it was very easy for me. I just have to read my lines, and you know and if I'm doing a positive role, they would write positive lines for me. And in television, though, as it is, there is no preparation, sorry to say. Television is a medium where there is no preparation at all. You are at the
You are muted. Please wait, you are muted.
If
Yeah.
the channel head likes you, and if you are a favorite, you are popular. If you are not, if they don't like you, then you don't have work. So television uh, is is not. So I was fortunate enough to work with very good directors on TV like Sanjay Khan and Akbar and Nirja Guleri, and, and so many of them. But
So Shahbaz,
television,
out
it's,
of the box, you've done so many things, and you also work with different actors. Now, because when Irfan is not between us, so how is your the time that you've spent with Irfan, and how was your experience with him?
see, Irfan के बारे में मैं ये बोलूंगा, अनुश्री, that actors like Irfan are born in once in a.
You have muted yourself. Okay, you have muted yourself. Wait, I can't. He has muted. You have muted yourself, Shahbaz. I think so. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Could you start again? I'm sorry about that.
Hello?
Can you say something?
Yeah, I was saying something. There was a phone call, so I got distracted. Uh, Irfan, I told you, actors like Irfan are born in 100 years, once in 100 years. His effort was invisible. His effort was, he had totally, you know, dominated his effort, and it was just invisible. It is not, every actor makes an effort if you're given a scene and you are asked to perform. Every actor makes an effort, make faces and this and that, and roll the eyes and voice and all. But Irfan used to be so like water. So it's his hard work. It's basically, I totally give it to Irfan for polishing his skills. He has been, when we did two shows together, Great Maratha and Chandrakanta. So Great Maratha, he was a very good actor. I was the hero in that, he was the villain. And he used to do, we came close to each other, became friends. Because everybody used to say he's a good actor, Sanjay Khan, and everybody. Sanjay Khan, though, in those times said that this guy's got international appeal. I'm talking about 92, 93. And look where he went internationally.
Right.
So, and then I was the one who coaxed him to do Chandrakanta. He was not ready to do a television show. He said, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
He said, I don't want to do television here. But I said, come on, you must try this Chandrakanta. It's a new show and it's very popular. And he did at my behest, and he did. बहुत उसका जो रोल थे वो क्या दो कैरेक्टर्स थे बहुत अच्छा किया था. And then he tried doing a lot of television, and after that when he went into films and he started doing hustle. What I believe is, for every actor, this is also, the new actors can also relate. Every actor has to have at least one good director who is totally convinced by his acting. That director must have total confidence in him, and he must say कि यार इसको तो मैं explore करूँगा, ये actor कमाल है यार, ये actor जो है इसको मैं बनाऊँगा. So Tigmanshu Dhulia, I give him the entire credit. He wrote lovely, beautiful roles for Irfan, and then, of course, Irfan was a tremendously gifted actor. Acting is a craft. I mean, I cannot say it was gifted, it was created. He worked towards it. It was his hard work. And I feel that Irfan's loss, yeah, we've lost one of the jewels of cinema. The entire world. I'm not talking about India only. I'm talking about the entire world. We have lost one actor who could have given us so many good performances, and he could have done so much. But God has his own plans.
That's right, absolutely. So, coming back to your roles, which role is most closest to your heart?
Well, Anushri, honestly speaking, I still have to find that role. I still, I still have to find that role which hits the spot, like they say. I, I, whatever I've done is good, but it's not good enough. I still need to. I'm still waiting for that thing which really stays with me. And it's a fact. Uh, any actor or any artist, if he says that he is satisfied or that thing was good and this is that, and that fire has to be there, and I want to keep that fire burning. I want to keep that actor inside me alive. I'm still very hungry for roles, and I feel that my best is yet to come.
So, any role that you've come across, and not yours, but anyone in Bollywood, and you think that you could have done it better? I mean,
Yeah, there are so many people here. I mean, there are so many roles which I feel I could have done uh, much, much better. You know, I wouldn't like to name the actors, but there are so many roles where there's a lot of, one thing is also there, there's a lot of favoritism in this industry. There is racism also to a certain extent. There is nepotism. So all the isms are already, they exist in this industry. So uh, uh, sometimes, like Vinod Khanna ji, I was doing a show with him. So he said that an actor becomes, you just have to be at the right place at the right time. That makes you a successful or whatever. So it all depends. I'm a great believer in destiny. I feel that Van Gogh, the greatest artist, the greatest painter, he died in tatters. When he was alive, nobody believed in his paintings. But when he died, his paintings are sold for million pounds and 3 million or 8 million pounds or whatever. So I feel uh, Lady Luck has to smile on the acting.
राइट। और आपसे पहले ये क्वेश्चन वैसे मैंने पूछा था, बट एक प्रेस रिलीज था जिसमें लिखा हुआ था बड़ा बड़ा, इतिहास का आशिक है ये अभिनेता। So, so like, how you've been attracted? I mean, already आप इससे बात हो चुकी है, बट ये इतिहास का आशिक है ये अभिनेता, ये वाली लाइन आपके लिए क्यों इतना?
नहीं, इतिहास मुझे बहुत पसंद था। मैं एक्चुअली गलत दौर में पैदा हो गया है अनुश्री। मैं इस दौर का आदमी हूं ही नहीं। मैं हूं मतलब मैं उस दौर का आदमी हूं, मतलब उस सेंचुरी का आदमी हूं। अभी कपल ऑफ सेंचुरी लेट पैदा हुआ। अगर मैं 16th या 17th सेंचुरी में पैदा हुआ तो मुझे पैलेसेस ज्यादा पसंद है। मुझे उन लोगों की लाइफस्टाइल, जैसे मैं जाता हूँ ताजमहल को मैं देखता हूँ तो देखता ही रह जाता हूँ। इट्स सो अट्रैक्टिव। वो कैसे उन लोगों की लाइफस्टाइल, राजा महाराजाओं की, मेरे अंदर भी थोड़ी बहुत नवाबियत है। नहीं, मैं नवाब हूं नहीं कहीं से, लेकिन मेरे अंदर वो है, वो खुदा की तरफ से है या जो भी है। तो आई लव हिस्ट्री, आई लव टू रीड अबाउट द मुगल्स, द राजपूत, you know, and the earlier history, marks in history even when I was in school. So history का मैं बड़ा हमेशा से ताबेदार था.
Awesome. So, okay, internationally and nationally, which role would you like to do?
Internationally, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Internationally, though, I would say that I would have loved to play a cowboy with a hat and horses and guns and all that. I would have loved to do that, you know. Uh, but as far as De Niro, Jack Nicholson, I watch their films. Men, tremendous actors. I mean, you know, you just sometimes you can't believe how they do it. I think it's tremendous, and I feel that at this point of time, if I do a Hollywood film, they would happily cast me as a negative uh, villain, or you know, uh, I cannot do positive hero roles right now, but I can definitely do negative. And in Indian cinema, I want to do a lot of roles like what Irfan did. Irfan was a very good actor. I mean, uh, I I consider him one of the finest actors of the country. But then I would love to work with directors like Sanjay Leela Bhansali and Tigmanshu Dhulia, and some directors who can bring out your. It's basically a director's medium also. So the director, if you find the right person who can tap your talent, there you are. So there are so many roles which I want to do in. I want to do a common man role. I want to do, people don't cast me as because of this, because of the historical thing you're saying. People, film industry casting is very image bound. They would like to cast people in similar roles,
Right.
Judging them by their past success.
That's
So
right.
if
That's so unfair.
it's very unfair. They would, they would, uh, like, they want to cast me as negative only. They don't want to experiment with, and then the casting directors have come who have their own favorites. And nowadays you see lots of casting is done from, like these casting directors, they cast people who are from the villages, who speak, who have got a peculiar way of speaking. And you must have seen most of the movies now, because
Right.
most of the stories are being made Delhi based or Bihar, not Bihar, yeah, Bihar based or whatever, North. So they are picking up actors from the North.
Yeah, I still remember one of the directors I met, and he wanted to cast a person who's not polished. He only wanted someone very raw.
Yeah,
So the way he was rejecting the actors from theater, and he said, I
yeah,
only want a raw person. Similarly, if we
yes.
see Tigmanshu Dhulia or Anubhav and Anurag Kashyap, all these directors, they are more into selection of rooted people who
Yeah, they
don't
want
have
to.
a polished or
Yeah,
acting
yes,
background.
yes. They don't want to cast people like who are already have an image. They want to
Right.
cast people who are totally raw, and and apart from and they don't have to pay them. That's also one That is also a very important thing to them. So, you know, if they take actors like me who are experienced and all that, you know, they would rather pick up an actor who's new and uh, who belongs to that side of the country.
So do you think that even the audience, their choice has bettered and changed?
Audiences, yes. Audience's choice has, to a certain extent, changed. Change is important. Change is very necessary. Everybody, you know, should accept the changes in life. So audiences in the 90s, they had certain kind of films, then they started liking certain other kind of films, then they started liking Gangs of Wasepur and all these Pan Singh Tomar and, you know, films which were based in the north, you know. So audiences uh, likings keep changing with times. Like there was Rajesh Khanna, then there was Amitabh Bachchan, then there was Shah Rukh Khan. Then it is not constant. It should never be constant also. So it's, of course, the audiences today want raw, but at the same time, they want stories also when, you know, they can, like if I would have been an actor in the 70s, for example, 70s, I would have been very popular, you know, because those times they never used to look for actors who particularly based in a certain area, you know. That time the actors were actors. I mean, they were theater actors. They were, you know, if I was asked to play a Bihari, I would play a Bihari. If I was, and I played a Bihari, I played Tuntun Singh in this show called Afsar Bitia, if you have seen it.
Yes, yes, I've seen it.
Yeah, in that, you know, that show I keep saying, Are Gajab, you know, and that was that. Now they don't want to transform an actor into the character. They want ready-made characters. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yes, of
So
course.
yeah, so nowadays they look for ready-made actors. So this is also a phase. It'll pass.
Okay, Shahbaz, so now we have a lot of audience and they would like to ask you some questions. So
Yeah, fantastic.
audience, if you are all ready, so is Keshav Tiwari here? I saw
Yeah.
your message, Keshav Tiwari. No, he's not here. Syed is not here. So we have, can I see Rajiv Goswami? Rajiv Ankit? Okay, yes, he's here. So I'm unmuting him. He will ask you a question.
Yeah,
Please
yeah.
ask the question in brief, Rajiv ji.
Yeah.
Rajiv ji, I have unmuted you. Please go
Yeah,
ahead with the
okay.
question.
नमस्कार शाहबाज जी नमस्कार।
नमस्कार, नमस्कार राजीव जी।
तो मैं वैसे तो बहुत कुछ आपने आपके शो में कह दिया है, थैंक्स अनुश्री। मेरा क्वेश्चन भी सिमिलर था कि जिस तरह से आपने आप भी टाइप्ड रहे हैं कुछ रोल्स में, हिस्टोरिकल सीरीज बहुत सारी करी आपने। इस सारी प्रोसेस में जब टाइप हो जाता है एक एक्टर तो उसके डेवलपमेंट का स्कोप मेरे हिसाब से रुक जाता है। तो आप इस बारे में कुछ बताइए हमें कि कैसे एक्टर का एवोल्यूशन।
यही हुआ है मेरे साथ भी एक्चुअली राजीव जी। आपने सही सवाल किया कि टाइप हो जाता है एक्टर। तो मैंने उसका जवाब यही दिया था कि हमारे यहाँ जो है, हमारी इंडियन फिल्म इंडस्ट्री में जो है, मुंबई की जो है, इसमें इमेज बाउंड कास्टिंग होती है कि भाई किसी ने अगर अच्छा काम किया है उस रोल में तो उसको फिर उसी रोल में लोग एक्सपेरिमेंट करने का ज्यादा, मतलब मेरे दौर की बात कर रहा हूँ मैं, 90s की बात कर रहा हूँ। 90s में लोग इतना एक्सपेरिमेंट नहीं करते थे और लोग चाहते थे कि भाई ये सक्सेसफुल रहा है तो राजा में अगर सक्सेसफुल है तो राजा के ही रोल में लो। अब ये दौर आया है 2000 के बाद और जैसे जैसे वक्त बढ़ता गया अब तो खैर कि लोग एक्सपेरिमेंट करने के लिए तैयार है, यू नो, कि एक्टर्स को। लेकिन अभी भी एक्सपेरिमेंट से ज्यादा वही है कि आजकल लोग जो है वो रेडीमेड एक्टर्स को ले लेते हैं कि अगर किसी बिहारी को कास्ट करना है तो वो बिहार से ही किसी एक्टर को ले आएंगे ऑथेंटिसिटी के लिए। आजकल ये ट्रेंड चल रहा है, लेकिन ये भी फेज चला जाएगा, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है। और मैं मानता हूं कि मैं टाइपकास्ट हो गया था, लेकिन मैं टाइपकास्ट जब हुआ था उसमें भी मैंने बहुत सारे वेरिएशंस दिए हैं। अगर आप मेरा ग्राफ देखेंगे तो जैसे रोमांटिक किया, ये किया, सिर्फ ये था कि घोड़ा उसमें हर हर शो में घोड़ा जरूर होता था, वही था। अदरवाइज स्टोरी सबकी अलग थी, टेलिंग अलग थी, कहीं नेगेटिव था। जैसे महाराणा प्रताप में मैं बैरम खान बना हूं, वो नेगेटिव था। तो टाइपकास्ट तो बहुत सारे एक्टर्स होते भी हैं, जैसे महाभारत के सारे एक्टर्स टाइपकास्ट। 90s में जितने हिस्टोरिकल शोज बने हैं सब टाइपकास्ट ही हो गए। जैसे भीष्म पितामह टाइपकास्ट हो गए, जैसे अर्जुन टाइपकास्ट हो गए, जैसे मैं हैदर अली टाइपकास्ट हो गया, करण टाइपकास्ट हो गए। तो उस जमाने के सारे एक्टर्स टाइपकास्ट हैं।
Okay. And we have one very interesting question by Keshav Tiwari, who actually got disconnected, but he had asked, we have seen working you in China and India. What is major cinematography difference in both the countries?
Oh, it's so different. My God, Chinese. I mean, आजकल तो when you talk about China, you suddenly get scared because of this coronavirus thing. But I'm telling you, Chinese are so hardworking. इतनी मेहनत करते हैं 18 घंटे काम करा लो उनसे, वो पीछे नहीं हटते। 18 घंटे काम करेंगे। मतलब मेरी तो उन लोगों ने वो डाइंग टू सर्वाइव में उन्होंने मेरी कमर तोड़ दी थी। और वो लोग थकते नहीं है। एक तो वो लोग कुछ खाते नहीं है, वो रोटी चावल ये सब कुछ खाते नहीं, खाना कम खाते हैं, फिट होते हैं फिजिकली, बहुत पतले पतले होते हैं, एकदम फिट होते हैं, और काम करने में बहुत ज्यादा मेहनत करते हैं। चाइनीज में मैंने देखा है ये चीज, हमारे इंडियंस में इतनी नहीं है। और उनका एक ही शॉट को 10 तरीके से लेते हैं। मुझसे वो चाइनीज का सुपरस्टार था, उसका नाम मैं भूल रहा हूँ, उनके नाम इतने डिफिकल्ट होते हैं उनके, जिनके साथ मैंने काम किया था। उसने मुझे पूछा कि बोले हाउ मेनी, कितनी फिल्में आप बनाते हैं साल में? तो हमने कहा कि भाई एक साल में तो काफी फिल्में बन जाती हैं, 25-30 तो बनती होंगी, लेकिन एक फिल्म बनाने में कितना वक्त लगता है? तो मैंने कहा एटलीस्ट एक साल तो एटलीस्ट लगता ही है कि शूटिंग हो, फिर उसको एडिट हो, ये हो वो हो, तो फाइनल रिलीज तक आने में एक साल लगता है। तो बोलते एक साल में आप लोग एक फिल्म बनाते हैं? सरप्राइज हो गया था। मैंने बोला आप लोग कितने? बोले हमारी बड़ी महीने में बन के रेडी होके रिलीज हो जाती है। वो लोग बहुत ज्यादा अच्छी फिल्में बनाते हैं। जैसे उस तरफ की फिल्में जो आप देखेंगे, चाइनीज इन्फ्लुएंस की फिल्में देखेंगे। अभी भी रिसेंटली जो फिल्म आई थी पैरासाइट, वो फिल्म आप लोग जरूर देखिए। वो मेरे ख्याल से कोरियन फिल्म है, कमाल की फिल्म है, उसको ऑस्कर भी मिला है। तो ये जो चाइनीज लोग हैं बहुत गजब की फिल्में बनाते हैं, और बहुत जल्दी बनाते हैं, बहुत मेहनती होते हैं। उनका मुकाबला करने के लिए हम लोगों को भी मेहनत करनी पड़ेगी।
So ये जो डिफरेंस है हमारा और चाइना का, बट एनीवे बॉलीवुड फिल्म्स बहुत धूम मचा रही है, और इंडियन फिल्म्स का इन्फ्लुएंस भी बाकी कंट्रीज में बहुत ज्यादा है। तो ऐसा कभी हुआ है जब आपने ये जो हमारा इन्फ्लुएंस है बाहर कंट्रीज में, जो हमारा फैन फॉलोइंग है बॉलीवुड का, आपने कभी एक्सपीरियंस किया इस तरह का?
अरे वाह, बहुत जगह। मतलब इन द सेंस के मैं ये तो नहीं, मतलब वाइट्स की बात नहीं कर रहा हूँ, वाइट्स नहीं, लेकिन जहां भी मैं जाता हूँ, इंडियंस देखिए हर जगह हैं इंडियंस, तो जहां भी मैं जाता हूँ लोग मुझे मेरे रोल्स की वजह से ही पहचानते हैं लोग मुझे। अब तक हैदर अली चंद्रकांता की वजह से पहचानते हैं।
Right.
स्विट्जरलैंड जाओ, अमेरिका जाओ, कहीं भी जाओ, लोग बोलते हैं हे दैट गाय फ्रॉम चंद्रकांता, हे दैट गाय हैदर अली, हैदर अली। आई मीन जो लोग वहां सेटल हो गए, जो लोग पहले सीरियल्स हमारे देखे गए हैं, बहुत पॉपुलैरिटी बहुत ज्यादा है। लेकिन अभी भी हमारा सिनेमा बहुत कम है। जैसे लंच बॉक्स था, लंच
Right.
बॉक्स रिलीज हुआ, इरफान की फिल्में ज्यादा वहां चली हैं। तो मेरे ख्याल एज एन एक्टर, एज अ सक्सेसफुल एक्टर, मेरे ख्याल इरफान is the only actor who was able to make a mark in Hollywood.
Shahbaz, we would because we know कि आप उस्ताद आमिर खान साहब के वंशज हैं, तो definitely you carry a legacy ये आप, तो we would really like to hear a song from you.
Actually, I'm fasting also, तो मेरा गला जो है वो क्या बोलते हैं, उसमें पानी नहीं पी सकते ना, तो जरा सूख गया। लेकिन फिर भी मैं कोशिश करूंगा आप सबके लिए। गम मुझे, हसरत मुझे, वहशत मुझे, सौदा मुझे, गम मुझे, हसरत मुझे, वहशत मुझे, सौदा मुझे, एक दिल देकर खुदा ने दे दिया क्या क्या मुझे, गम मुझे, हसरत मुझे। ये नमाज़ इश्क है, कैसा अदब, किसका अदब, ये नमाज़ इश्क है, कैसा अदब, किसका अदब, अपनी नारदाद कर ले तो दे सजदा मुझे, गम मुझे, हसरत मुझे, वहशत मुझे, सौदा मुझे, एक दिल देकर खुदा ने दे दिया क्या क्या मुझे, गम मुझे, हसरत मुझे।
क्या बात है, और मैं देख रही थी ऑडियंस को बिल्कुल पूरी तरह से खो गए थे वो आपके इस गजल में, नज्म में। इतनी खूबसूरत आवाज, आपने कभी प्लेबैक सिंगिंग ट्राई करने का नहीं सोचा?
नहीं, मैंने सोचा तो नहीं था कभी। हाँ, ये जरूर सोचा था कि कोई एल्बम निकालूंगा या कुछ करूंगा, लेकिन प्लेबैक सिंगिंग का मैंने कभी वो नहीं किया। मैं एक एक्टर ही बनना चाहता था और मैं शौकिया ही गाना चाहता था। दरअसल एक स्टोरी ये भी है, मैं कहता चलूं, कि मम्मी ने मुझे हमेशा गाने से रोका, क्योंकि मम्मी ने देखा है कि उस्ताद आमिर खान साहब ने क्या गाया और दुनिया उनको फॉलो करती है, यू नो। और सारे बड़े बड़े सिंगर, भीमसेन जी, राशिद भाई, सब उनके, भीमसेन जी ने तो कहा है कि मैं उनका भक्त हूँ, और इतना लोग उनकी इज्जत करते हैं और इतना नाम है उनका, कि मम्मी ने देखा है वो सब कुछ। तो मम्मी ने मुझे बचपन में ही कह दिया था कि बेटा तुम गाना मत गाना, तुम चाहे जो कर लो लेकिन गाना मत गाना, क्योंकि वो नहीं चाहती थी कि लोग कहें कि आमिर खान साहब का बेटा है लेकिन अच्छा नहीं गा रहा है, तो उससे मेरे वालिद के नाम को भी असर पड़ता है। तो इसलिए मुझे बचपन में अजीब लगता था, लेकिन अब मुझे सही लगती है उनकी बात कि मम्मी ने जो किया वो सही किया।
और चलते चलते आपसे मैं, जो पिंक सिटी है और उसी से नाम भी है इस शो का, पिंकवुड, तो मैं चाहूंगी आपकी कुछ यादें जो यहाँ से जुड़ी हुई हो, यहाँ का कनेक्शन, कुछ आप उसके बारे में जरूर बताएं।
अरे मैं तो पिंक सिटी से बहुत जुड़ा हुआ हूँ भाई। मेरा पिंक सिटी में मतलब बहुत शूटिंग की मैंने। मेरा जिंदगी का पहला शॉट जयपुर में सामोद पैलेस में। मैं एक्टर बना हूँ जयपुर से। मैंने टीपू सुल्तान शूटिंग वहीं, ग्रेट मराठा की शूटिंग वहीं, एक मेरी फिल्म थी जय विक्रांता जिसमें संजय दत्त और मैं थे, उसकी सारी शूटिंग वहीं। तो जयपुर तो मेरी मेरी जिंदगी का एक बहुत बड़ा हिस्सा है। मेरे दोस्त भी हैं बहुत अच्छे वहां पर। जयपुर का बहुत बड़ा हाथ रहा है मुझे एक्टर बनाने में। जैसा कि आपने कहा कि हिस्टोरिकल पर्सनालिटी है मेरी, तो हाँ, तो मैं जयपुर का खासतौर से शुक्रगुजार हूँ कि वहां से मुझे बहुत मोहब्बत भी मिली और वहीं से मैंने अपनी शुरुआत की।
बहुत ही अच्छा लग रहा है ये जानकर, और उम्मीद करती हूँ कि हमारे जो दर्शक हैं जो जयपुर से हैं, खासतौर से राजस्थान से हैं, उनको भी ये सब सुनकर बहुत अच्छा लग रहा होगा। बस एक लास्ट, हमारे जो ऑडियंस हैं, प्रोफेसर RL रैना, आप वाइस चांसलर हैं जेके लक्ष्मीपत यूनिवर्सिटी से, वो आपसे थोड़ा सा मुखातिब होना चाहेंगे।
जरूर जरूर जरूर।
प्रोफेसर रैना, आप मुझे सुन पा रहे हैं? आई होप आई एम ऑडिबल टू यू।
Yes, you are audible. Am I audible to you?
Yes, but you are not visible, sir. Yes, yes. Yes, yes.
Am I visible now?
No, no, not yet. Yeah,
Am
you
I
are
visible?
visible now.
Yeah, I was visible all along. Anyway, to me, no, I thought I will just take this opportunity to express my deep sense of gratitude, to this great legend, that you have given us an opportunity to see him face to face. We had seen him in serials. इतने अच्छे सीरियल इन्होंने दिए हैं, हिस्ट्री को अपनी आत्मा में जोड़ा है, और वो जब जोड़ा है तो तभी प्रेजेंट करके आया है, निखार आया है। मैं इनको उस इन्वॉल्वमेंट के लिए, उस एंगेजमेंट के लिए बहुत बहुत बधाई देता हूँ। कामना करता हूँ ये और हमें ऐसे हिस्टोरिकल, क्या और भी ऐसे स्टैंड्स दे दे हमारे बच्चों को, क्या हमारे फादर को, हमारे पेरेंट्स को चंद्रगाता कभी भूल नहीं सकते हैं। जितने भी सीरियल इन्होंने किए हैं, मतलब इन्वॉल्व होके किए हैं, अपने मन से काम किया है। ये नहीं कि वो मैं एक्टर हूँ, एक्टर ना, his soul was involved, and which got reflected by when he sang that song. See how it was coming from his heart. Emotions were at its best. Almost tears trickled us. While I wish you Mahe Ramadan Mubarak, I pray for your sound health, safe health. We know we are passing through very turbulent times, but these times have come, they will go. You keep on doing your work. Prayers of the country, prayers of the people all over the world who are your fans are there with you, and we wish you all the very best. Keep us entertaining, keep us enjoying, giving such moments. Thank you so very much. Thank you, Anshul, for organizing this wonderful lively session.
Yes,
thank you
thank
so
you
much,
very much.
Professor.
And I would please give my regards to your entire family, my respects to your parents, and stay safe, stay healthy. May God,
you too.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you, sir. May God relieve us from this coronavirus. I hope this goes away.
It will. Inshallah. Ameen.
Inshallah. Ameen. Thank you. It was lovely talking to you, sir.
My pleasure.
Thank you, Professor Rana. So, Shahbaz, ये हमारे ऑडियंस की फीलिंग्स हैं आपके लिए, and they are, I mean, you just see, और अभी क्या है, कनेक्टिविटी इश्यूज है, और ये नया शुरू हुआ है टेक्नोलॉजिकली, ऑनलाइन शोज वगैरह, तो लोगों को अभी उतना नॉलेज नहीं है।
मैं अनुश्री यही कहता हूँ कि हम लोग कुछ नहीं है, हम वही हैं जो आप हैं। हमारे ऑडियंसेस के बगैर हम कलाकार कुछ भी नहीं है। बहुत से कलाकार हैं जो अपने आप को बहुत तुर्रम खान समझते हैं, लेकिन नहीं, हम सिर्फ अपने कलाकार की वजह से, हम अपने श्रोताओं, अपनी ऑडियंस की मोहब्बत की वजह से जिंदा है, और उसी की वजह से जिंदा रहेंगे और एंटरटेन करते रहेंगे।
It
एक
was
गाना
such
में,
a pleasure.
एक छोटा सा गाना मैं और गुनगुनाना चाहता हूँ हमारे ऋषि कपूर
बिल्कुल।
साहब के लिए। चिंटू जी भी चले गए और इतने जबरदस्त एक्टर थे, हमारी तो सारी जवानी पूरी उनकी फिल्में देख देख के गुजरी है। ऋषि कपूर साहब, मतलब क्या कहें, उनकी परफॉर्मेंस और उनका सब कुछ। एक गाना उनकी नजर है, ओ हंसनी मेरी हंसनी, कहाँ उड़ चली मेरे अरमानों के पंख लगा के, कहाँ उड़ चली ओ हंसनी मेरी हंसनी, कहाँ उड़ चली मेरे अरमानों के पंख लगा के, कहाँ उड़ चली। ओ आजा मेरी आंखों में महक रहा रे तेरा कजरा, ओ आजा मेरी सांसों में बहक रहा रे तेरा गजरा, ओ आजा मेरी आंखों में महक रहा रे तेरा गजरा, ओ आजा मेरी सांसों में बहक रहा रे तेरा गजरा, ओ हंसनी मेरी हंसनी, कहाँ उड़ चली मेरे अरमानों के पंख लगा के, कहाँ उड़ चली। May I pray to God, may Irfan Khan and Rishi Kapoor Saab's soul rest in peace, and may they get the best place in heaven.
शहबाज, एक्चुअली आपने उनको याद करके मुझे भी इमोशनल कर दिया, and I'm so thankful to you that you came, accepted to be here, and मैं audience को भी बताना चाहती हूँ कि मेरी नानी हमेशा कहा करती थी कि जितना नल जो है तेजी से पानी आता है उतना ही उसकी छींटे ऊपर जाती हैं, मतलब जितना आप में कंटेंट होता है उतना ही आप विनम्र होते हैं, डाउन टू अर्थ होते हैं, और शहबाज खान से हमें यही सीखने को मिलता है। एंड शहबाज, मैंने आप इतने टाइम से मैं कनेक्टेड हूँ आपके साथ, पर आपको कभी कहा नहीं, बट बचपन से वो जो व्हाइट हॉर्स पे जो प्रिंस आता था, प्रिंस चार्मिंग, वो इमेज आपकी कभी जा ही नहीं पाई, और इसीलिए मैं कभी आपको विलेनिश रोल्स में, जब बड़ी हुई समझी एक्टिंग क्या होती है तो अलग बात है, वरना कभी मैंने आपको एक्सेप्ट नहीं किया। दिस इज नॉट माय शहबाज खान। So, but thank you so much for giving us those memories. Thank you so much for building my childhood, and thank you so much for making our Sundays memorable. And thank you for all the nostalgia that we have got. Thank you very much.
It was lovely talking to you, and wish you all the best for all your future endeavors, and God bless you. God bless everybody.
Thank you everyone. Thank you audience. You were wonderful. Thank you.